My name is Tom. I'm 71 years old, and I've lived in the Philippines for 6 years. In those 6 years, I've watched dozens of Americans arrive at the airport with their suitcases and their dreams. Men my age, good men, truck drivers, teachers, veterans, engineers. They'd seen the videos, maybe videos like the ones on this channel, and they came chasing the same thing I came chasing, a life their Social Security could actually afford. Some of them are still here. They're my friends. We drink coffee by the water on Tuesday mornings, and we can't believe our luck. But some of them went home, quietly, usually within the first year. One day their chair at the coffee table was just empty. Tonight I'm going to tell you why. Not to scare you away from this country. I love this country, and I'm never leaving. I'm telling you because the men who failed here all had one thing in common. Nobody told them the truth before they got on the plane. The videos sold them the beaches and the budgets. Nobody sold them the hard part. So tonight, I'm going to. 7 reasons expats pack it in and go home. If you can look at all 7 honestly and say, I can handle that, then this country will give you the best years of your life. If you can't, and better to know now, while your house is still yours. Let's start with the one that surprises everybody. Here's the pattern I've watched a dozen times, almost to the calendar. Month 1. The new arrival is in heaven. Everything is cheap, everything is beautiful, every meal is an adventure. He's sending photos home. He's telling everyone he should have done this 20 years ago. Month 4. The photos slow down. The beach is still there, but he's stopped noticing it, the same way you stopped noticing your own backyard. Month 7. He's sitting in his rented house at 2 in the afternoon, with the fan spinning, and a question walks in and sits down across from him. What do I actually do now? Nobody tells you this. Moving abroad doesn't give you a life. It gives you a location. The life you still have to build yourself. Back home, your days had a skeleton, even a boring one. The hardware store, the grandkids' games, the guys at the diner, church, familiar aggravations. When you move here, all of that gets deleted overnight, and what's left is you, alone with yourself, in a country where you know nobody. The men who make it here rebuild a skeleton fast. They join the Tuesday coffee group in week 1, not month 6. They volunteer. Schools here will happily let a retired American help kids practice English. They pick a project, a garden, a motorbike to fix, a book to finally write. They put bones back into their days. The men who go home are the ones who thought paradise would do that work for them. It won't. Paradise is scenery. You're still the play. Every man who moves here does the same math on the flight over. I'll video call every week. It'll be like I never left. And for a while, it works. The calls are new and exciting. The grandkids want to see the ocean out your window. Then, sometime in the first year, something happens back home. And that's when you find out what 12 time zones actually weigh. For my friend Dale, it was his brother's stroke. Dale got the call at midnight our time. The next flight with connections was 11 hours later. Door to door, it took him 31 hours to reach that hospital in Tennessee. His brother made it, thank God. But Dale never really came back. His body returned for a few months, but his mind stayed in that hospital waiting room. He went home for good before the year was out, and you know what? He was right to. His place was there. Here's the truth, nobody puts in a thumbnail. You are one phone call away from the worst day of your life, being 30 hours away.